going on. I mean, I don't think about it any more than I think about taking out the garbage or recycling.
It's just getting the habit and the routine down, and it's really not arduous.
Every week, every second week, sometimes I'll leave it if I don't have a lot. So it doesn't take up a lot of space in my brain to be composting. So
over the winter it would have frozen, or mostly frozen anyway. So as Brianne was adding her browns and her greens, it would just keep filling up. But as soon as things start to thaw, it shrinks really quickly. So we're going to check out the composter both from above and below. So we're going to look inside, see what we can see from the top, and then we're going to open up the door and see what we can see on the bottom and see how far advanced her composting actually is. She got a bit of a late start. We were into September before we got started, so I'm not sure if she'll have compost that's ready to use yet, but we'll check it out and see. If it was ready, then we would see it a material that looks earthy. It's going to be dark and crumbly and look like earth. It'll smell like an earthy material, and it won't be gross, or you won't be able to see any of the old material. You won't be able to identify the old material.
It has shrunk. Yeah, it shrunk a whole bunch, and I did give it a bit of water yesterday.
Great. I'm seeing that Brianne's done a great job of putting her browns in with her greens. It still needs some time to compost. She did get a bit of a late start last year, so we need a little more time to decompose, but it's well on its way. It looks great, and it's really shrunk up. It's about a third of what it was before.
I was a bit concerned during winter that I was going to run out of room in the composter, and within the last 2 weeks it's shrunk just about in half. So that was kind of neat. That was unexpected. So
we shouldn't be really worried right now at this point that it's not ready. It's just it does take some time since we did start a little later.
Absolutely, this has really just had 6 months of winter to do its work, which really isn't enough. So Brianne's well on her way. It's looking great.
what next? I haven't peeked in the bottom bin yet, so I don't really know what to expect there.
Okay, so yeah, it looks like you gave it a good watering, so it's nice and moist. So the next steps are to start stirring it, make sure that it's really well mixed, and then we're going to water it because it always needs to be as damp as a wrung out sponge. So we're stirring, we're watering, and then the magic of compost activator. And your fancy compost activator is a shovel full of soil. So we're going to get a shovel full of dirt from Brianne's garden and throw that in there to just give it a little kickstart, because that'll have all the microorganisms in it that we need to kickstart that compost.
I'm fairly new to gardening as well, and so I know that is one of the next steps. I'm just not quite sure which one it is. So I am excited to get it from the compost to the garden and learn that end of it for sure.
I like to leave it just a little bit longer until into May, so that we can stir it and water it and really give it a good mixing. And then by the time you're getting ready to put your garden in, that compost should be ready.
Yeah, it's looking real good.
So next time we're going to look at harvesting and how to get it out, what it should look like, and what Brianne's going to do with it.